All right, welcome to the first completed sketchbook tour for Tyson Eats Paintbrushes. This is the first time I've ever actually gone through a sketchbook from front to back, so I'm kind of proud. A lot of these are going to be ones that I did on my live streams, so you'll probably be familiar with some of these, especially I post on Instagram and what's that other one? Blue Sky, right. All right, let's get started. Now there are some missing pages that I use as just scrap paper to test out colors, test out pens, and some pages that I've used for gifts. The very first thing I have here posted in my sketchbook, I don't remember what kind of sketchbook paper this is, but it's on black paper done with Artex markers and got some little gold accent there. This is Clyde and Dougie, my guinea pigs. And I have dated each one. September 29, 2025 is when I did that. Now this sketchbook, I officially started April 1st, 2025 and ended just today, March 10th, 2026. Here I've just listed out some of the supplies that I had and did some swatching on here. I haven't really decided on like making some elaborate first page as I see a lot of people do. All right, let's get to our very first one. This was done with Ohuhu watercolor markers, I believe. My first time testing them out. A little bit rough, but I think this guy's cute. I think he's cute. And you see I've also marked up that page some. This should be more Ohuhu watercolor markers, and I'm pretty sure both these pages I started with my first YouTube video, so you can see that. I really like this little snail. I think he's very cute. Honestly, I really like all of these guys on this page. I think it came out very pretty and bright. I love him. Okay. I don't think I did this one on a stream, but we have the gargoyle gecko, Leachianus gecko, a couple of my favorite guys. For most of these pictures, I think I've just, did a Google image search for reference. And that was, again, the watercolor brush pens. Some more little guys. I love these little froggies. And a lavender hognose snake. This is what I would love to have in the future. A little bit beyond my price range at this point, but I would love to have one of those. Here we have Tyson and Pigeon. Tyson does have these spots on his belly, even though this looks a little bit weird. I didn't like it so much after the fact, but still cute. I think this was my first introduction page to my streaming that I was going to start. Here we have a tree snake, a little cherry blossom isopod. I'd love to have some of those too. They're not very common in the US, but maybe one day. And Tyson all stretched out here, of course. Here we got some raptors. We have a cassowary. I think this is my idea here of like a harpy eagle mixed with a velociraptor. We got a secretary bird. Pretty cool looking birds. And this velociraptor, I don't really like how he turned out, though I love his colors. I think I based him off of a duck. His eye placement is not right, and it kind of bothers me. Here we have some cute little guys. I think we're still doing, the watercolor brush markers. This is what they look like. Now this sketchbook isn't great for watercolors or water-based mediums all that much. I think it is an Ohuhu alcohol marker sketchbook, but it does well enough for very thin coats. I like the different colors we got going on in these. And here we have just a few of our little random guys. A red echidna. We had a Sonic fan in the audience on that YouTube stream there. I love his big old ears. Look at that. Oh, here we have Posca pencils. I think they're oil-based, if I'm not mistaken. So very interesting. They're very smooth, very easy to blend. I do like working with them, even though I'm not like a huge fan of pencils. I do like how they go down. I do like him. I like the colors. I don't know if you can really pick that up on the camera, but I've got a lot of like purples and different shades of browns in here. I think work really well together. And here we have some more of the Posca pencils. I really like this green basilisk. And I like how he kind of takes up the whole page here. A couple of other little things. I like the colors of the vampire crab. Though my camera isn't the best at picking up colors. Kind of take my word for it. It's very, very nice and bright. A few more random ones. Ranchu? I don't know if that's how you actually pronounce it. Goldfish. I think they're very cute, and I would love to have one of those. I've seen this dormouse actually drawn a lot by other people, so he's a popular reference there. The giant squirrel, that is very interesting. He has some amazing colors, I think, for a squirrel. Capybara is something I really like. Red-headed agamas. I was just trying to choose things that were really bright and colorful to really test out the Posca pencils. Now you see I've only drawn on one side of the page, mostly because I don't really want to deal with like the bleed through of the marker on the pages that I do use marker. I don't want to worry about that too much. So mostly I just like write dates when I did this. And I don't know, it's just easier to do that way, and these are perforated pages, so if I ever did want to pull one out and display them, I've even pulled them out and given them to people. I have that option without having to worry about what's on the other side. The oak tree hopper, I really like how he came out. A lot of blues in this white, so that was my aim here, to try to not just leave it white, but still come across as, you know, the white moth that he is. I wonder if I intentionally left that blank or if I just forgot. Now that I think about it, this was a birthday stream that I did. We got a little birthday guinea pig, and this was actually a birthday present that I got. This little stuffed guinea pig. We went to medieval times, so I drew a little sketchbook that I got from there. Very cute. He's supposed to be a little magic guinea pig summoning an apple treat for himself. I like this one, actually. This is really probably the first large picture I've done with Ohuhu markers. These are the Ohuhu alcohol markers that I used on this one. And then I got myself some Artex acrylic markers. This is going to be the pastel set. Later on, I was gifted a much larger set, the 90 count, and you'll see that too. But with the pastel set, I just felt very limited on my color range. Even though I really liked using them, I wanted more colors. So here we got a bunch of cute little possums. Loved them. I think possums are adorable. I really like his face and all the little babies here. I also really like drawing paw prints of animals. I always have. I don't know if anyone else has that interest. Now this is very old, probably from the first time that I got this sketchbook. And this is probably the first year that I have had Pigeon. She's my cat. That's like the perfect pigeon face. I think that captured it so well. I just did a little sketches and some colored pencils. Different cats, trying to figure out how I want to draw cats. Probably reference some of these from somewhere, at least the faces. I know that paw is probably referenced from somewhere. Oh, if I can get that. But yeah, that's old. That's before I really started sketching this sketchbook. Some guinea pigs, again done with the pastel markers. So you'll see I was kind of stuck. I had to use some blues, some yellows, some purples just to get some different colors, but I honestly love how they turned out. Little pea flakes for them. Then some more little guinea pigs. He's eating his little bell pepper, eating his little strawberries. And it is fun. I know we're always, a lot of people want to like collect them all, get all the colors in a set, get all the markers that they can. You know, the 320 alcohol Ohuhu marker set. Very popular. But it is also good to learn to work with your limits. You know, grab a few colors, just work with those. And that's kind of what this pastel set made me do. Ohuhu alcohol markers. Again, a little capybara. I really like how this frog turned out. He's a bullfrog. One of my favorite toads down here, or frogs. You'll see sometimes I mark up the edges of paper. Here we have a swatch page for my Artex acrylic markers. And I think, oh yeah, these are different sets. So this is my original pastel set. This is a skin tone set that I just recently got. And then this is the 90 count set here. So you can kind of see the different color range that we have there. There are a couple of markers like this one, 43, that just does not work. I think they do have some troubleshooting that you can try to get those to work, including changing out the nib, but I've never gone that far. Oh, this is fun. So this was actually a long time ago, I think, from about 2023, but these were, I have this artist that I like to follow on Instagram, Pants. And I loved how he drew little dinosaurs. So I was kind of trying to do a picture that was similar to that. Here we go. So these were the start of a watercolor picture that I was making, and that's how it came out. This, again, I think it's the Shinhan watercolor, if I'm not mistaken. And got some gold. Or no, not Shinhan. This is going to be the Kuretake. That's what that was. And just a cute little bag of gummy dinos. I love gummy candies. Love dinosaurs. I think it's very cute. So again, that was quite some time ago. 3 years ago. All right. Here we go. Another capybara. Done in Ohuhu alcohol markers. He's just a cute little magic guy. Here we have Butters and Dougie, my little guinea pigs. This was done in the Artex acrylic markers. This was trying to mimic like a aluminum foil. And you know, for the most part, I like how it came out. I think they're cute. This is a video I did where I just drew 3 random colors and chose a random animal from a random generator on the internet. Used those 3 colors to make the picture. So I think I got some interesting little combinations here. I like him. I think he turned out really well. Trying to think. I think the pen that I mostly use, because I love these pens. Let me show ya. I do have a lot of other random pens that I use, whatever is on hand, but this is the Fudenosuke. I don't know if I'm even saying that close, but the Tombow. They're calligraphy pens, but I love using them for lining. That's mostly what you'll see with these pictures. And then I think I have like a white Posca pen that I use for some highlights here. Here's some more with the 3 markers. I like him. I don't know how these cactuses grow, so I sort of made it up, but I still think that one turned out cute. The peacarry. Cute little guys. Oh, this was after Tyson's surgery. He had to wear this little orange cone, so I put him like a little flower with a bunch of other little orange flowers. I like these orange flowers. Don't so much like his face. I'm not great at drawing cats, but that's something that I've been trying to improve on. But just like, you know, the worst part of it was over. The surgery, he went through it, and he was in recovery, so yay. Some random Petco pigs that I saw. I thought they were very cute. I liked his little hairstyle. He had this very pointy fluff on top. This was a Hoo Hoo alcohol markers. And then back to the pastel Artex acrylic pens. Just wanted to make some cute little desserts. I like them. I think they turned out well. And then crabs. Crabs! I think this is when I first got the 90 set of the Artex. So this was like my first page using those. I think they turned out pretty cute. And then we have Augie, if anyone recognizes him. Augie, the YouTube Quaker. He likes to sing bacon pancakes, so I drew a little picture there. And then some random animals. That's supposed to be Clyde in a little dragon costume. And then this has got some gold embellishments on his shell there. I like that turtle. I think he turned out pretty well. Did I do this? I don't think I did this on a YouTube stream. I think this was just my own personal one. I got a little bee there sleeping in the flowers. I like that. I like that page. Here we have Tyson, Hoo Hoo markers. I have another page where I do tarot, and so I drew some little tarot cards in this little scrying mirror, if that's what that's called. Scrying stone? I don't know. And there's Tyson. I was practicing trying to get better at drawing cat faces, so I looked up different cat memes just for my own enjoyment. Some of them may look familiar. And this is when I started using some washi tape. I got a little random set of washi tape, and I just wanted to kind of use it to embellish some of these pictures here. So that's Butters, that's Clyde, and that's Dougie. And then that was just because I like blueberry pie. Done in Hoo Hoo markers, alcohol markers. I think that one turned out cute, honestly. And then we got some more. I'm pretty sure I did this one on a stream. We got some cute little rodent type animals. Again, Hoo Hoo alcohol markers. I really like how that meerkat, I really like this whole page actually. I like how all these little guys came out. Some more playing with washi tape. We got some crested geckos, and I was just kind of messing with different colors, drew them a little fly just because they like bugs. Yuck, gross. I made him a little shirt that he's tugging at, again done with washi tape. The pineapple washi tape is not my favorite, so I was like, I'm gonna just experiment with it and see what we can do with it. I thought these guys were pretty tropical. Pretty chubby little guys here too. And then we have the Beachy Lychee. This is a Leachianus gecko in a beach chair. Again, using the different washi tapes that I have for some patterns. I like how he turned out. I think he's very cute. Very cute. Tried to get his little rolls in there. And then a little comic that I did with the guinea pigs. Again, more Hoo Hoo alcohol markers. This was just about trimming their toenails. They get so excited, run up to the cage thinking they're getting food. Then they get picked up and have to get their little nails clipped. But that doesn't bother them. They just come right back for treats. I just wanted to do something kind of comic styled. Something different. And here we are going into Halloween. This is kind of based off of a picture that I had of Tyson, but I thought he looked like he was scared. So we got a spooky haunted house behind him. And then Pigeon. I like how that one turned out with her little fish there. I like the colors that I got. And then a hognose snake with some Halloween candies. And then a vampire Hyrax. I don't even remember why. Oh, because of his sharp teeth. Makes me think of a big vampire. So here he is, a little bat turning into his Hyrex form. Cute. Now this is just some random thing I pasted in there that I liked. That was Pigeon sleeping. This is Caran d'Ache. What are these called? Neo colors. And I really wanted to try them out, but they did not work well at all on this paper. I could not get them to go down smoothly. So you'll see a lot of the crayon marks. I want to try it again with some watercolor paper and see if I do better, but I haven't really gone back to that. I really want to like these. And then we have some random beaver that I cut out that was done in Artex acrylic marker. And then we have some Ohuhu alcohol markers, just some Christmas treats. And this is the Artex acrylic markers. So this is when I started adding some stickers and trying to come up with prompts based on the stickers here. So we got the binoculars, we got the ice skates, and then I just kind of wanted to do some more wintry things there. I'd like to incorporate more stickers into my sketchbook just for my own fun. These were just some pen sketches that I did on some other type of paper. We got a fox and a hare, a squirrel. I was just trying to draw big chunky squirrels. And then the Artex acrylic markers, kind of testing it on different paper. And there's some more that I did. The tanuki, and then some kind of Japanese treat. I don't know what you call that. And then some other little treat that I Googled. And here we have some more. We got some seals, these little gummy sharks, because I love my gummy candies. And I think I did these seals because originally I had done this little, what would you call it? Not a pot sticker, but like a dumpling. That was shaped like a seal. That was part of the little treats that I was doing. And this one as well. I like how that came together. I like that page. Very cute. And this one was done with the Artex. These were done with Ohuhus. So this is still using the pastel set, I believe. And then I really like the colors that I got with these. And again, based off of the little stickers that I put in here. And then the cute little frog, Pac-Man frog, tea party. I like that picture. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed drawing it. I enjoyed coloring it. I don't think anyone else really did, but that's all right. I like him. And here we have a pigeon. She was being a little pain in the butt going after this bag of crickets that I had. These are done in Ohuhu alcohol markers. This one is done with the Artex acrylic, and that I cut out and I put on here. And we have these little springs that Tyson loves to play with. Whenever he's playing with them, we say he's springing into action. So we have that on there. Did some little embellishments. I like this page though. I really like this picture, actually. This is a random prompt. So I had my fiance pick out some stickers, and then I created something that was based on these stickers. We have some boba tea, a bowling ball, and some long-necked dinosaurs. So the prompt was 2 long necks bowling off of each other's necks while drinking boba. Yeah, I don't know. But I wanted to try a little bit of a challenge. And that is the Ohuhu alcohol markers again on that. And then we got some more. This is more recent video, some underwater creatures here. And then these birds that I like, they just walk funny. I really like the colors of this starfish, and I really like how the colors came out on this jellyfish. So one of my favorite pages. This was the Artex acrylic markers. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I did a YouTube video. The other page was a YouTube video, but I don't think I did one on here. And I was just kind of playing around with different colors. I wanted to use more of the 90s set. I hadn't used them in a while. So I did that. Little hyena. What is this? An ibis? I think. And then this is also done in the Artex acrylic markers. I had this random shiny bit of sticker, I guess. So I drew these little stars on it just to add some colors, some shininess, and then some spooky vibes with these stickers. I like how this came out. I have this little cat statue here on my desk. It was from Halloween. And then we have, oh, Hello Kitty, because I've been playing Hello Kitty's Island. Is that what it's called? So this is my little character, a little red and white sheep, and she had this cute little strawberry outfit that I liked. And then it was during the love bug season, and then we had a little Tamagotchi, because I do like Tamagotchis. So I drew that here and drew another little Tamagotchi character. I don't think I've ever had him, but he's cute. He was just a cute little bug I thought would match this bug. This is all done with Artex acrylic markers. I like how this page came out. Again, some more Artex acrylic markers. We have the pigeon as a butterfly, Tyson as a bumblebee, and I made their wings all shiny. So this is actually, the wings are made with the Hoo glitter markers, which I really like using. So hopefully I can figure out where to incorporate those some more. I think I've put some shininess in this flower. And then on the beehive as well. So I like that. Like that picture. So this is Hemi gouache, jelly gouache. For the longest time, I've always wanted to try it, even though I'm like not a big fan of paints, but I felt like it's something I had to do at some point. So I did. Not the best paper for it. Again, you can't put a lot of water on this paper, but it was still fun. I enjoyed kind of messing with paints in a different way. And then we have Oahu alcohol markers. Again, one of those prompts that I had in there. So I made a little bear in a sweater with his little lightning bug friend, and then a little salmon. And then I like this bear. I really like how the tones in his fur came out. And that's one thing I want to do more, is work on layering the alcohol markers. I did that here, but I don't think it turned out as well. And we have Tyson. This is based on a picture that I have of Tyson. And I think when I posted it on my Instagram, if you want to go look at that, it shows that the original picture that was from. And then I just wanted something to go along with these little orange stickers that I put down here. So I made this cute little orange iguana. Again, did I say already Oahu alcohol markers. And then we're on our final page, the page that I did today, which was just some cute tropical frogs, dart frogs, some lily pads. Probably like really, aside from the frogs that I did at the beginning of this, I haven't drawn frogs a whole lot. And I really wanted to bring in some more brighter colors. We got some good bright colors here, but you know, that yellow wasn't as bright as I wanted. This wasn't as bright, and this definitely wasn't as bright as I wanted. But overall, I'm happy with the page. And then the last page on here, I think, is just a hoo-hoo swatches. So I actually have 3 different sets of a hoo-hoo. We have this is a really old set. It has lasted me a really long time. So if you want to start out with some alcohol markers that you want to, when did I originally get this? 2019 is when I got this set. And it's lasted quite a long time. Colors are still great on it. And then more recent, I have the pastel set and a skin tone set. And then we have our glitter marker swatches, which are brand new. I think that's it. These were some watercolors that I did and pasted in here. Let's see if what I have in this pocket. This was a sketch for some stickers that I made. This was a sketch. Oh, these are sketches for my watercolors that I did. I don't think I have that book here. But one day we'll have a tour of this. I haven't really used this a whole lot. Different watercolor. These are done with Shinhan watercolors. It's probably going to be a while before I finish this book. Those were just some sketches. Coming up with those ideas. And that is it for this first sketchbook tour. I'm excited to end this one and start a new one, and hopefully make some more videos on that. Thank you for checking out my channel, my video, and I'll see y'all again.